Okay, so we have one final depreciation question, and it asks us to calculate, in this case, using the double declining balance method. Same information that we've had before when we've calculated straight line and units of production. Now we're asked to calculate the double declining balance method. Now remember, double declining balance doesn't actually start with depreciable cost minus our salvage or our residual like the other two methods. It actually starts with book value. And the way that we calculate book value is to take your cost minus accumulated depreciation. Well, we purchased this piece of equipment for $12,100 at the beginning of the year. Now, in the first year, there is no accumulated depreciation. So in that case, my book value is simply what I paid for it in the first year, $12,100. Now, the formula then goes on to say, take that book value, in this case, $12,100, and we are going to then multiply it times 2 over the useful life. So 2 over the useful life. Well, the useful life, let's go ahead and I'll carry that over. The useful life in this case is 5 years. So I will divide that by 2. I'm sorry, the 2 divided by the 5. And we will get an answer here. So let's take 12,100 and we're going to multiply that times 2 divided by 5. Let's go ahead and hit enter, and what do we get? 4840. That's my depreciation expense in this first year. 4840. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plug that in there. Now, when I go to calculate the second year's book value, cost minus accumulated depreciation. Well, we know our cost is not going to change. It's $12,100. Now I do have some depreciation that has occurred. 4840. So 12,100 minus 4840 gives me 7260. That 7260 then, sorry, I should have aligned all this before we got started, multiplied times 2 over the useful life gives me, let's do a little calculating. Again, the useful life is 5. Now that 2 over 5, which is 40%, is not going to change throughout the life of this calculation. So we've got 7260, excuse me. And I'm going to multiply that again times 2 divided by 5. And what do we get? 2940 this time. Okay. So my second year's depreciation is now 2940. So you can see under double declining balance, we take a lot more depreciation early on, and then it continues to decline after that. Then to calculate my my accumulated depreciation for those 2 years, I'll just add those two together. I get 7740. And then to calculate my next year's book value, again, we always start with the cost, which was 12,100. And I'm going to subtract the accumulated depreciation of 7740, and that will give me my ending book value of 4356. So again, let's go ahead and plug that into the computer. 2011 depreciation we had at 4840. In 2012 it was 2904. Accumulated depreciation, if you add those two together, 7744. And then that ending book value, 4356, which is just my cost minus this accumulated depreciation.